Hey, guys. Good evening and welcome to our Your Own Life call. My name's Scott Harris. This is my amazing, talented, kind, clever wife, the one and only Karina Harris and Scott Harris. Thanks for being on the call tonight. If you know us, fantastic. Great to see you. If you don't know us, we are super excited to share this awesome opportunity that we love and adore. So whether you're like me and about to turn 50, whether you're at the other end of the scale and you're just starting out, or whether you're somewhere in between, we think tonight is an awesome opportunity. Tonight will be about a couple people telling their stories, which is always kind of fun. We'll talk about how we got into the business and what that whole opportunity looks like. And we've actually very excitingly got some folks that are going to launch their business tonight, and they're going to share their stories about why they got into it and what serves them. So that's kind of really what our goal is tonight. I first found out about this opportunity in the last century. I know, way back in 1998. I'm a slow learner. Dear friends of ours had been involved in this business for a long time, 15 years, 10 years, 5 years. And then very close to home, some very dear friends of ours who we'd known for 10 years. My wife and his spouse had babies same time and shared the same midwives and shared those experiences. And we loved and adored them. Their names were Adam and Kira, and we watched them be just good people working hard and struggling. He was a gym trainer and she was a yoga teacher. He owned a couple of studios but was working a gazillion hours a week. And we watched them over 6 or 7 years be our very, very dear friends, but always struggle financially. And I'll get him to tell his story later on tonight. But we watched them join into this opportunity and really not just join it, but really reinvent it. And he'll probably be pretty shy and bashful tonight, but over the next 3.5, 4 years almost now, we've seen him create a couple of things. Number one, we've seen him create a business that he could only have dreamed about 4 years ago, and he'll tell you the numbers, but suffice to say, what most Australians want to earn in a year, his business is now doing in a month. So that's pretty extraordinary. And beyond that, he's created the freedom and a lifestyle that's transformed his life, his spouse's life, and his children's life. So I'll let Adam tell you that story. But that kind of motivated us and inspired us. I'm in traditional business. I have a coaching, speaking, teaching business. I travel a lot. I am platinum on both Virgin and Qantas. That tells you how much I travel. So I travel a lot. And we really got on board on this based on the excitement and the passion of what Adam and Kira created, but then also on the common sense of it too. And I might chat about that tonight too, because we like money, we like financial security, and we like the choices that having this incredible income provides for us. So I'll chat about that at the end. But for now, I'm going to pass it over to Karina, and she might talk about what's really the foundation of what we're doing, which is this great program that Adam and Kira have created and the amazing products that support that. So with that, my love, over to you.
Good evening. Hello, everyone. I'm going to share this amazing program with you. It's the Juicy Body Transformation Program. This program is amazing. I'm not sure where your health journey has taken you. Certainly, I once thought eating a canned corn was a healthy option because I was like, it's a vegetable and it's in a can. That's got to be better than eating chips. Well, needless to say, my health understanding has come a long way since there. But certainly along the way, I got confused because there's always something new coming out about should you be doing the Atkins diet and then the paleo way, and there's just so many different fads that are out there. And I think it's made something complicated that really is quite simple. Eating healthy is simple. We all know what we should do. We all know we should eat more fruit and veg. And I love that my beautiful girlfriend Kira created this program, being a MasterChef finalist, mind you, so we know the recipes are delicious, but she's also used her nutrition background to create this. And what we've got here for you is a whole bunch of amazing recipes that really bring back deliciousness into your food. So whether you're feeding yourself, whether you're feeding a family, I've got 4 little monkeys that I'm trying to feed. I'm always thinking, how can I make healthy food be delicious? So we support you through this amazing community on Facebook where we have hundreds of recipes. We have a chocolate guide. We have this a cleanse program should you wish to follow a cleanse program. We have a shred program if you want to shed some weight. But ultimately what we have is a community of people who are committed to following the whole food lifestyle and making health be easy either for themselves as individuals or for the family. And one of the ways that we do that is through this amazing nutritional support. And I say amazing sincerely because I've been on my health journey, which started as a teenager because I wanted to be skinny, but evolved when I saw my own dad go through cancer and saw how he healed himself through natural health foods. He really gave himself more years than medical practitioners gave him using whole food nutrition. And unfortunately, I didn't come across these babies at the time I wish I had when he first encountered his challenge. But really, we all know, and the Australian government recommends, we eat 7 to 12 serves of fruit and veg a day, and sadly 1 in 20 Australians get that amount. And what these do, these are just fruit and vegetables in a capsule. We've got some berries over here and some omegas that have been dried with the capsules, dried and plucked straight from the tree, dried and put in there a capsule for you. What I love is there's no synthetics, so your body knows what to do with these beautiful things because it knows what to do with fruit and veg. We've been eating them for centuries. Our DNA and our bodies know what to do with them. We know that the research behind these products is incredible. So this is the most researched product like this on the market in the world. And the research behind it says if you take these capsules, your blood, you're going to find the nutrition in your blood. It means it's bioavailable. Your body knows what to do with it. We know that the number one thing it does is it helps your immune system, and it helps with oxidative stress. And it helps you with all forms of reducing disease in the body because it reduces inflammation. So that's pretty incredible. All form of disease starts with inflammation, and taking these capsules reduces inflammation in the body. Then the last thing that we have over here is this orange capsules I showed you before. Is our omegas. And these are pretty cool because omegas is unfortunately something we can't make in our body. We need to get these from an external source, and most people don't realize they need to bridge. They all know we should have some fish, but they don't realize that you actually can only get omegas from an external source. And we have the plant-based goodness here in these capsules ready for you. So that's the nutritional support along with these great things, which are our shakes. And again, these are just meant to be something that we have to bridge the gap. Again, if there's a time of the day where you might make a poor health food choice, you get to have these amazing shakes. Ultimately, why I love these products is they're clean. I know what I'm giving my family, and I've seen some amazing results for myself and my family, but I'll let somebody else share more about that later. So for now, I'm going to take it off to the amazing Jess.
Actually, we're going to go sideways first, my sweet.
Okay.
As Kira said, we are going to go somewhere else. Look, we all love the science of the product. We all love the taste and the health of the product, but it's stories we love more than anything. So if I can find Megan on the call. Megan, can you unmute yourself and just start chatting away? Are you on there, Megan? I know you are.
Yeah, Scott. Hello.
I can hear you.
Can you see me now?
There you are. Look at that. Megan, I know you've had some great impact from the product. You want to share what the product's done to you and why you're super excited about it?
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm a mother of 3. I live in a rural, remote location. My youngest 2 are autistic, and they're on the spectrum. My 2 boys were really hard to get out of bed and really fussy eaters. I was worried about this and worried about their health, so I realised there had to be an easier way to help my kids improve their behaviour in the clean and natural way. A good friend of mine, Emma, introduced me to this program, and she started explaining how it helped her heal herself and overcome her own health issues. So I decided to give it a go, and I'm glad I did, because what has happened, it's allowed my boys to get out of bed a lot easier in the morning. They actually want to get out of bed. They're actually a lot healthier, not as sick anymore. Their immune system has been built up by taking all these fruit and veggies in their body daily. And it's great to see them happy and living a lot more healthier lifestyle. And the best part is they're actually craving more fruit and veggies nowadays, where instead of looking for all the rubbish, they actually say, well, I'm going to go and get a piece of apple or a carrot, and actually eat a whole raw carrot for a change. So, which is amazing. So,
love it. Congratulations. And certainly we hear those stories all the time. And certainly there's even research to suggest that actually happens scientifically. So thanks for sharing. We appreciate it. Now we're going to go across to the amazing Jess Fazard, and maybe talk about some of the concerns or doubts or fears that people sometimes have when they first have a look at this experience. So Jess, over to the fun, wild, crazy. Hang on to your seats, everybody. We never quite know where the wild ride with Jess Fozzard is going to go. Jess?
Oh, wow. Thanks so much, Scott. I do like to have fun. And that's one of the amazing things about this business that we never got in our traditions business, which is fun. But honestly, when this was first introduced to me, we were in the car on the way to see, by the way, husband is here. I'm not pointing to someone who's invisible. We were in the car on the way to see Scott, and I leant over to hubby and I went, it better not be one of those things. I was so close-minded because I had a negative opinion about it because I had been through a different kind of business but in a similar structure. So I had a really negative opinion, and I thought it was one of these things. You know, them things, right? The pyramid schemes. Thought it was one of them. Now, the good news is it one of them? No, it's not. They were made illegal in like the 70s. But let's just have a look at everyday businesses like Woolworths and Coles, where you have the checkout chicks down the bottom, and there's always one that's really lovely called Lisa, and she's usually not doing anything because everyone's using the self-serve checkout now, because one little piece of technology can change the industry. It can mean a lot of people lose their jobs, unfortunately. So she doesn't even have job security. But if she wanted to get up to this next level, because you've got her managers in each department, say like the deli managers, and then you've got the store managers in each area of the state, and then you've got directors and stuff, and you get the CEO. If she wanted to be able to manage her department, she has to now compete with all these other people, all these other checkout people that are probably her friends because she's been working with them for so long. They don't get to work together to help her get that promotion. She has to compete for it. And if she does get here, or even compete and get to the next one, and I've seen this in my own family where they put in so much effort and they get to that position thinking it's going to give them a better quality of life. And instead they get so much more responsibility for not much more money. They are supposed to get more money, but they always are expected to do way more than they're being paid for. And they end up putting in so much overtime and so many hours because they have amazing work ethics, but they don't get paid for it. They don't get the money. And the idea of Lisa coming up here and being CEO of Coles or Woolworths, it's just not going to happen, unfortunately. So they can work their butts off all the way up there and try and get that promotion, have an amazing work ethic, but you're always going to be capped and you're always going to be trying to trade time for money. You're never going to get more time back. Just going to miss out on more time with family. Whereas in this business, and this is one of the many things I love, is that we all start down here. We all go up there. Doesn't matter what these letters mean, but that's one of our pinnacle positions. And we can all get up here. And the thing is, you can't actually get up to this position unless you're helping someone raise up. You have to help someone else do better in their life, have more quality of time, have more money, have more health, whatever it is. You have to raise them up and help them have more of it. So to get here, you actually have to work together and do more. You get to do amazing things like help mums be able to afford to buy their kids braces. Like, my mum could never do that. And it was being able to see these mums who could take their kids on holidays and work from home, that all of a sudden it was like someone went, this is a really good business structure. And now it makes sense. So if you ask me now, is it a good business structure? The answer is
yes.
A very sensual yes. But it definitely, yes. It's a sexy business. Stop me telling you it's a sexy business.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know Scott would say that.
I love it. That was a crazy one. Well, thank you, Jess. We appreciate that as all. And we actually do have some folks, people that are launching the business today. So we might sort of jump on with them and have a chat with them. I'm going to start with a mate of mine, Haydn. Haydn, love to hear about what is it that got you excited about the product. And I know we had a bunch of conversations. What got you excited about jumping on board and why you're launching tonight, mate? You're on.
Can you hear me, mate?
We can.
Yeah, sweet. Cool. All right. So, look, we actually got introduced to Juice Plus probably about 5 years ago. And like a lot of people, a lot of the stories we've heard, we didn't really do anything with it. And the worst part is, we've met up with a lot of those people since then, and they've run with it, and we are just kicking ourselves because we've seen how it's changed their lives. So I got reintroduced to it actually at one of your events, Scott, when Adam got up and gave a bit of a chat. And I think probably what spoke to me the most was how it had changed his life. You know, his story was very similar to ours, being in a traditional business, wasn't working, and he'd managed to turn his life around and change it dramatically in a short period of time. So we started taking the product again, this time properly, and I started to notice a big difference in myself, probably in about as little as 2 to 3 weeks. I just had a lot more energy, you know, just getting out of bed in the morning, going to work every day, going to the gym and all that sort of stuff. But I think probably the big change for me came with my daughter. My daughter's 15 years old, you know, wants to be a professional dancer. Her life is just mad, like really, really crazy. She gets up in the morning, she goes to school, she finishes school at about 3:30. She'll go dancing from 4 till 9 at night, and then she'll come home and do homework till midnight, and then she'll get up and do it all again the next day. And she was really run down, you know, like most kids. She's 15, year 11. She just wasn't eating a healthy enough diet, you know, couldn't get enough fruit and veggies into her. So she's been on this now for a couple of months, and the change has been amazing. You know, she's like an Energizer bunny now. She's in and out, does her stuff, gets up the night and bounces around the house. So it's been a big change for her. So once we'd seen, I guess, and been convinced about, you know, what the product can do, I asked more about the business and what's involved in it. And as I said, like most people, we are in a traditional business, and it's been tough, and it still is. And, you know, it's a very big investment for a very little return for us. So we realised that we needed, you know, to make a change, but we didn't know what it was, what else is out there, what else can we do. So I guess very analytical, I got out and I wrote down a whole lot of stuff about why do Juice Plus. And, you know, I come up with a bunch of reasons. Number one, the product was unreal. You know, we'd already established that. That was great. Low entry costs. I couldn't believe it, you know, when Adam told me what it cost to join this thing, compared to the hundreds of thousands of dollars I'd put into businesses in the past with very little return. So low cost, low risk, all that sort of stuff. And one of the big things was the unbelievable support, the community, and I think the word really is the culture I found within this group. Just being on these chats and talking to people and seeing the support and that's on Facebook. So that was really important to us as well. And what I noticed is that the reality was this product and this business is actually changing people's lives. And that's, you know, what I really loved about it. So I guess in summary, I thought don't overthink it. You know, don't overcomplicate this thing. At the end of the day, it's fruit and vegetables in a capsule. And none of us eat enough of it. Like Karina said before, I think it was 1 in 20 or something like that. Like nobody eats enough fruit and vegetables. It's just that simple. And we were the same. So fruit and vegetables in a capsule, you know, why not? And if you were to go down to the local organic market and buy all this stuff and take it home and try and cook it up and eat it, you just couldn't do it. It would be impossible and cost you a fortune. So that was another one of the reasons. The last one was it gave us a chance to contribute and help our friends and family, you know, an opportunity to introduce this to other people and help them reach their health and their wealth goals. And we thought, you know, that's a really cool thing to be able to do, to offer to your friends and your family. You know, that was, to us, that was one of the main things. We saw this, I guess, as a vehicle to be able to do that. So I guess, you know, if you're thinking about it, at the end of the day, my suggestion to people is, what have you got to lose? At the end of the day, the very least that's going to happen is you're going to improve your health. And who doesn't want to make more money at the end of the day? I mean,
well, we agree with all of those things, buddy. So we appreciate you sharing. Congratulations on the launching tonight. We're looking forward to building a great business with you. So we appreciate your kind words, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And speaking of money, as much as we love health, we've all been on a health journey for 20 or 30 years. We certainly love the journey that Juice Plus has taken with our health, but certainly we like money. We like the choices it gives us. And so to chat about some of the ways we get paid and some of the ways we make some money, that we bring on the amazing Shane Fozzard to chat about some different ways we can make money, and some fast ways, some medium ways, and some cool residual ways. So with that, big fella, you're on.
Awesome. Cheers, Scotty. So I know for me, one of the things that really drew me to this business was the business side of it. You know, I love being healthy, and what I love even more than that is being paid to be healthy. And when I saw this business model, it just blew me away, because we get paid 3 ways. And most traditional businesses, you get paid once, you get paid a wage, you get paid a salary. But let me describe for you how we get paid in this business. So the first way we get paid in this business is through what's called retail profit. And my text doesn't seem to be working all that well. It's retail profit. That's supposed to be an art. And the way that works is we find people that want to improve their health and we connect them to the company, to the supplier. And so it's a form of drop shipping where we don't actually hang on to stock. We don't have have to manage stock or anything like that. We just find people that really want to take their health to that next level and show them a product that's going to allow them to do that. And for connecting them to the supplier, we get a little bit of that profit. The other way that we make money is through commissions. And this is where the big money is. This is where you find other people that are inspired to live a better lifestyle, that want to improve their health as well as improve their finances. And when you teach them how to do this business, they then start to build their own business, and that's what we call the commission. It's kind of like what people talk about being the beach money. And it's called the beach money because eventually what happens is your business has a life of its own. It will grow with or without you. And so you could be on the beach, having a good time, drinking some pina coladas or whatever it is you want to drink, and money's going to be dropping into your bank account. It's kind of like how when you make money whilst you're sleeping, there's nothing better than $1 that you earn whilst you're sleeping, or on the beach, I guess. And then the final way that we make money in this business is through bonuses. And there are plenty of bonuses up for grabs real early that sort of incentivizes us to take action and really help people and make a big impact. And there's plenty of bonuses up for grabs. It's kind of like the early money. It's also considered the fun money. Unwritten rule is take some of that money and use it to reward yourself for the impact that you're having. And so it's really powerful the way that you can get paid 3 ways in this business, and it all adds up, and it can replace an income quite quickly as well. So when I saw this, it was just like I'd be a stupid person to say no to that. I think it's just about, as we already heard, what if this is something that is just going to change your life, and it has for us. So I think I'm going to throw back to you now, Scotty. We're going back to you.
Thanks, buddy. We appreciate that. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. It's an exciting call tonight. We've got a bunch of people that are launching the businesses tonight, and one of those is Lynne. And if Lynne can unmute herself and start chatting, that might help me see you so I can find you. Are you there, Lynne?
Yep. Yeah, I'm here.
Can you wave or something so I can see you?
Yeah.
You got to know that I've got 50-year-old eyes, so it just takes me longer to see things than other people. Look at that. Fantastic, Lynne. Tell us the Lynne story, and what are you doing on here? What are you excited about?
Yeah, so my friend Leanne Reeves, who introduced me to, I've sort of been on a bit of a health journey for a while, quite a long time now. I'm actually nearly 10 years older than you, and I've had 7 kids and just been on a big, long journey for a long time. So it's quite interesting, my journey. So my friend Leanne was actually just started the program, I think maybe a couple of months ago. Okay, am I there?
Yep.
Yep, sorry, it just said my internet was unstable, so unstable. Anyway, so she was just sort of promoting a little bit and talking about what her journey was, and I said, okay, so I'd been doing a bit of research myself on different things, and I asked her, was it the juice plus, and she said, yep. So I said, okay, well, I'm actually been to the naturopath and on some heavy, strong fish oil tablets and a few things like that, so I won't take any normal medication. I basically want to do all natural. So when I had a look at what Leanne had, about a week later, I said, okay, let me just, I think I'm nearly running out of my other tabs, so let's just do an order. So we had lunch, and as we were talking about it, I just said, oh, what the heck, just sign me up. She goes, really? I said, yeah, why not? I can, and in the meantime, I'd sort of been doing a bit of research. So that was how it sort of started. I can be a very spontaneous person, so it's not unusual for me to say, yep, let's do this, and off I go. So that's sort of my personality. And, so that's how it all started. And I've been only doing the program for about just over, a week and a half. And in that time, I found straight away the benefits, maybe because I'd been on some other stuff. I've already got my daughters onto it. A few of them are watching tonight, and my husband. And I've been back to my naturopath, and a couple of other people, doctors, and they're all actually on the program, and they're all saying how great it is. So I just wasn't sure if I could endorse something that I didn't really know worked in the first place, except for the research and what others were saying. So I'm a bit of a wet paint touch. I have to test to make sure it's still wet or if it's dry. And so that's how I come across it. And after doing the research, one of my daughters who's watching tonight, she's actually a medical rep, and she's looked at a lot of the scientific studies and quite impressed with it. So, that's me.
Well, we look forward to having the journey. I think certainly all of us sort of start from that position of wanting to try the product first. We certainly say to everybody, this is not a sign-up club. We don't want people joining the business. It's about trying the product, experiencing the product in your life, whether it's your skin, your teeth, your hair. I might be speaking out of school. My wife's cycle has gone from being this 3-day challenge to a 1-day challenge. So it's certainly about trying the product. So thank you for sharing. We're looking forward to seeing you on the journey. Thanks very much for sharing.
Thank you.
I thought we might just throw to the one and only legendary Adam, if we could, for a couple of minutes, and he might tell a bit about his story and maybe share, I guess, one of the limiting beliefs people say that says, oh, this is great for other people, but I'm not chatty, or I don't have 10,000 friends, or I haven't got 500 people I know. So Adam, we are very lucky to have Adam on our call because he really is the founder and co-founder of the program we're in. So Adam, we would love to hear from you, and congratulations to Lynne.
Yeah, awesome, guys. Super excited about you guys launching tonight, and thanks for having me on, guys. Always great to connect with this amazing team. To think that, Lynne, I launched my business less than 4 years ago, and as Haydn probably shared a little bit, I was a traditional business owner. I was working 60, 70 hours a week. I got into owning my own business because I wanted to own my own life. I wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do. And although I could do what I wanted to do, if I didn't do what I should be doing, then I wouldn't be earning money, and we were just surviving on that. So I think, when I came along to have a look at this event, I was very skeptical. So if you're a little skeptical tonight, don't worry, I was too. But I was certainly looking for something better. And I think about this business, one of the things that I really probably held me back is that I thought to be successful in a business like this is that you had to be one of those people. You had to be annoying. You had to hunt down your friends. You had to go to barbecues and some way awkwardly bring up Juice Plus. And I'm like, look, I'm ambitious and I like the idea of success and money. But if I have to become one of those awkward people, like being cool has always been very high on my agenda. So I wasn't interested about, I know I'm hanging on to cool guys, but being uncool and making money, being cool is way more important. So I came along to this, and I think the thing that I really got, that our business is just about helping people, and it's certainly not about hunting people down. Have I shared this with friends along the way? Yes. Scott and Karina are probably the two closest friends in our life. And, that was my biggest fear. I'm not going to share this with my friends unless they really ask me to want to do this. And, it only took them 3.5 years to finally ask us, hey, I think we want to know more about this. But, I think what I also knew that, I got to help people that were looking to get healthier, and I got to help people that were looking to improve their lifestyle, whether it's to get a little bit wealthier or a lot bit wealthier. And that's the great thing about this vehicle. So, over time, I've taught people how to do this business. I've just taught them what I got taught. This business is very simple. It's not easy. If it was easy, let's face it, everyone would be doing it. You think about the job description that this is. It's a job or a business when you can work when you want, wherever you want, with the people you actually want to work with. You have an unlimited earning potential, and you really do. And you get to share and help other people on the journey. It's quite an amazing business. So I think when I finally got in here, and even though my wife thought I was crazy for doing this, she doesn't think that now. And it's about the only thing that I'm allowed to say out loud in front of her, that I was right and she was wrong. This thing has changed our life a lot. And so I would just say to you, if this is the first time you're here, it's okay to be skeptical. But I think we all know deep down that life has changed. And so many of us are living the life of yesteryears. We're living the life that our parents did, and that's still trading time for money. We're still going to a job, or we're working a traditional type business. And the thing is, life has changed. Social media, The internet has changed the game, and this business is the way of the future. There's no doubt about that. And this team is doing some stuff that is quite incredible and really is changing lives. So that's me. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Let's do a couple of quick launches and then chat about what I think is the long-term value of the business, the way you can really build some wealth. We talk a lot about income in this business, but I think that there's a wealth side to it as well if you like long-term wealth. But before we do that, just two quick stories. I know we've got Michelle launching tonight, so we might just unmute you there, Michelle, and get you to come on. Why isn't it
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Pretty good. Thanks for having me tonight. I am really excited. I guess part of my journey was I was at that desperation point about 8 months ago looking for a health solution to help both myself and my son in our chronic health issues. And along came waltzing along the social media screen, Juice Plus and the JBT program. I guess some of the key things for my household, my son has type 1 diabetes and a range of other health issues. And this results in a lot of time off school and due to a poor immune system. But providing care for him as a single mum is also pretty tiring on me and had a pretty big impact on my own chronic health issues of fibromyalgia. So I've really noticed a fantastic improvement in both of our immune systems. We've had less time off work and school. We're bouncing back faster from illnesses that are still going to be there for us, but we're bouncing back a lot quicker. A big bonus for me was that I could come off my pain medication. So that's always money back in your pocket too. From the business side of things, I wasn't actively looking for anything at this point in time. I have had other opportunities in the past that just haven't quite been the right fit for me. The lovely Cathy just invited me to come and have a look at something. And what I found is a community that really fits my circumstances. I do have to work part-time because of my caring role. So I really love my job as a social worker, but combining a social work job, a carer job, somewhere in the mix there, I need to look after my own health and well-being. I guess because of the unpredictable nature of the things in our household, committing to events or activities or other business models hasn't always been the right fit for me. But being able to use the internet and connect with a fantastic community online and in little pockets of time that fits into my busy schedule is really fantastic. I guess the long-term vision for me is that I've always had a passion and a vision of being able to help other people, particularly parents of cherubs with chronic health issues. So I'm very passionate about that side of things. And I just didn't know what that vehicle was. And I think this is it for me at the moment. And a great way to look at being able to share the health benefits, but also being able to give other parents some choices and control over bringing some financial stuff into their life. That's me.
That's absolutely awesome. If there's any dry eyes in the house, you must not be paying attention. We love it. This is really a great opportunity to serve. Let's talk to Cathy tonight, who brought you on tonight in this business. So Cathy's a dear friend of mine. We're excited to have her sort of be relaunching her business. She's been around our JBT program for a while and has been phenomenally successful in one part of the business, but now is looking to be phenomenally successful in another part of the business. So Cathy, it's all yours, my friend. Tell us whatever you feel like you can share with us.
Hey guys, well, oh my gosh, where do I start? You know, ever since I was 12 years old, I've always wanted to help people, and my background really has been in 20 years, traditional business, worked for corporate Australia in human resources, and have been mentoring for about 15 years, this past 3 years being in the coaching space with the amazing Scott. And so, you know, you find those people in your life that you love to kind of constructively hang around, and Scott was one of those people to learn from. So, you know, it's really interesting because as a self-employed coach, I do love helping people, and it's awesome, but it means that because I've only got a limited amount of time through the week, I can really only help a certain amount of people as well. So I found that, you know, my husband has a property business that I help him with that. We run a not-for-profit youth organisation, and we love to pour our time into lots of causes that are really important to us. And I was literally, for the last 3 years, I was just about, because my one-on-one coaching books are now full, which is a positive problem, but it meant that it left no room for me to grow that. And so what that meant was that for the last 3 years, I was just about to invest into scaling that business and going online and to do group coaching, but that would mean a lot of time intensive, preparation, a lot of income intensive as well, a lot of investment into that, into setting that up. And if I wasn't doing these ones over the phone, I just don't get paid. So God help me if I ever got sick. So that was pretty much where I was at. And it was interesting because I fell in love with the product. I was introduced to the product and the program, and that's just made a world of difference in our families' lives. I've had skin issues that I've been able to overcome. My daughter doesn't have eczema anymore. My husband doesn't suffer pain from, the inflammation in his shoulders and his knees, because he's very heavy into sports as well. And so it just really made sense to me. And because I fell in love with fruits and vegetables and the program, I found it really easy just to share, because that's what I do as a coach, is I share tools and resources with people so they can do life better. So it felt very natural to be able to share that with other people. But then the wheels started to change for me. Originally, I was really looking for community. And that's why I decided to, come on board with this team and this beautiful community, because I was a lonely self-employed person. And I love to hang out with really great people that align with my values too. So that was my initial reason for actually becoming part of this amazing community and team. But then something changed for me. I really started to see other people that, were creating success. And my whole adult life, I've been a lifelong learner, and I've understood, even whether it was with shares or whether it was with property or learning to be a great coach from Scott, I understood that modeling someone else's success was really important. So I really loved that there was a program and a system that was literally do A, B, C, and you'll achieve a particular result. And that really just came from helping other people, to be honest. So for me, it's been amazing. It's given us another source of income. It's helping us to free up more time so that we can help our family more, contribute to more causes that are important to us, plus a bunch of fun, new friendships, and obviously great health. So I really love that I get to share that simple system and that program and this team of coaches and mentors with other people, so that they too can create that financial certainty for their families, that peace of mind, and to help them create that life that they love and they so deserve. So I'm really excited that we as a team, we get to help other people to blow that dust off their dreams so they get to have hope again. And there is nothing more refreshing than having hope in our life. So that's what this business and team means for me, with health and finances, so we can make a difference together.
Couldn't have said it more beautifully and elegantly. We're super excited. We know you've been doing amazing things already, Kath, and we're excited about seeing the things that you are going to do moving forward. So that's kind of about it for us. Just two last little quick references. Number one, Adam kind of touched on it, but just to dispel any concerns or myths, if you are new on this call, that you've got to know 500 people. You really don't. Adam tells a great story where, he knew a young girl who, just wanted to travel a bit more. She wanted to make, $5,000 in a year so she could go on one trip a year. And so he got his friend Lauren into the business, and she pretty soon did some crazy things and got one of her friends in, and her friend did some crazy things and went kind of crazy. And pretty soon Lauren was making as much money in a month as she wanted to be making in a year. And she's a young woman in her early 30s and is now pretty much financially stable and secure and taking care of herself. And I know that he got us involved in the business, and we got some friends called Shane and Jess involved in the business, and they got some other friends involved in the business. And trust me, there's 50 or 60 people on this call tonight, and I originally only knew probably 5 or 6 of them when we first got involved in this business. The rest of people, they're friends of friends of friends. And so I promise you, wherever you're at, you're in the right place. And the last thing we'll talk about, this is what really brought me to the business. I'm a little bit unusual. We like income, and we've been really good at creating income. So we know how to make income, and we're very blessed and grateful for that. We love the health program. We love the JBT. We certainly love the community. But I also like wealth, and wealth is different to income. If you know anything about Australians, they're addicted to property. We all want to buy 5 investment properties and renovate them, and we think we're going to live off the rent. But the reality is the market's not going to move the way it used to move. And the reality is you need to own outright $2 million of property to have a $100,000 income. Now, I don't know how much money you want to retire on, but when I look at what this business can bring me for wealth, doing it for 5 years and 7 years and 10 years, and I see the wealth of the people I know that have done this for 10 years, it's extraordinary. And so if you need some income, if it's $500 a month you're starting out for, fantastic. If it's $1,000 a month, I know $1,000 to $2,000 a month for many people can really make an impact for them. I can totally relate to that. I've certainly been there in my life. And certainly you can get to comfortable levels. We've been blessed to see people like Adam and Kira do extraordinary things in their business. But beyond that, if you're looking for wealth, I don't know anybody that's been in this business for 10 or 15 years and they're sorry about it. They've all created incredible, huge wealth portfolios. So that's kind of it for us. If there's anything that's been said tonight that spoke to you in any way, shape or form, I would just say get back in touch with the person that invited you to come along tonight, or maybe if someone sent you a recording this, maybe get back in touch and say, hey, I'd love to try the product or love to find out what's next. And as my good friend Adam would say, look, if not this, then what? Whether you've got a very highly trained, skilled job where you're trading time for money, or whether you've got a business, which really, I don't have a business. I have a job where I have to go and do it every day. And if I don't do it, we don't make any money, which is really a job. This system, this new world, as Adam talked about with social media and technology, is extraordinary. So I'd just say, reach out to the person who sent you and say, hey, what do we do and how do we get involved? And I promise you it'll be an extraordinary journey. So with that, thanks to my sweet wife. Thanks to everybody who shared tonight. Congratulations to Haydn and to Michelle and Lynne and Cathy for launching their businesses. Thank everybody who shared their stories. We appreciate you, and we look forward to serving you soon. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Congrats on launching, guys. Well done. See you.